One kitchen upgrade that usually gets less attention than coffee machines or smart ovens is the water you cook and drink with every day. This is the Viomi AI Water Purifier Vortex Series V8 Pro, an under-sink reverse osmosis system with a tankless design, app connectivity, and a surprisingly fast flow rate. Inside the box, you get the main purification unit, the faucet, tubing, and the filters. Everything is labeled clearly, which matters because under-sink installations can get confusing fast. And before we even start talking about filtration, size is probably the first thing most people will notice. This is a tankless design that measures roughly 16 inches long, 5 inches wide, and about 13 inches tall. Because there is no bulky storage tank, it uses significantly less space under the sink. So you reclaim a lot of storage space under the sink, which is useful if that area already holds cleaning supplies, pots, or other kitchen gear. If you're comfortable with basic plumbing work, installation is fairly approachable. Water lines are color-coded, quick connect fittings simplify most of the connections, and drain line setup is not particularly complicated. This is still a powered RO system, so you will need an available power outlet under the sink. You will also need space for the dedicated smart faucet. If your sink already has an unused soap dispenser hole, installation becomes much easier. Well, we would not call it a 5-minute installation, but compared to many traditional under-sink filtration systems, the process feels fairly manageable for anyone with basic DIY experience. Once everything is connected, there is an initial flush process before regular use. One thing we noticed quickly is how fast the V8 Pro feels in daily use. It uses an 800 GPD membrane with a rated flow rate of up to 2 liters per minute, and that makes a real difference. Instead of waiting for the system to catch up, filtered water arrives at a pace that feels surprisingly close to a normal faucet. Whether we were filling a bottle before heading out or preparing water for cooking, the system rarely slowed us down. Another practical advantage is multi-device support. Beyond the dedicated faucet, V8 Pro can also connect directly to appliances like refrigerators and ice makers. That means filtered water is not limited to a single tap. Ice production and water dispensers can benefit from the same filtration system as well. Now, let's get into the important part. Viomi uses a 9-stage filtration system built around a reverse osmosis membrane. For a lot of people, filtration claims can sound confusing because every brand throws around technical terms. So let's simplify it. This system is designed to reduce contaminants such as PFAS, lead, microplastics, and other common impurities found in drinking water. It also carries NSF/ANSI 42, 53, 58, and 372 certifications, which means performance and materials have been independently tested against established standards. What that means, in practical terms, is pretty simple. You're not just filtering water so it tastes better. The smart faucet is another area where the V8 Pro feels more modern than a typical water filter. Instead of giving you filtered water and leaving everything else hidden, the faucet includes a built-in LED display that shows TDS values and filter information in real time. Every time we used it, that information was immediately visible. There was no need to open an app or guess whether the system was operating normally. A quick glance provided reassurance that everything was working as expected. TDS readings alone do not tell the full story of water quality, but they do provide a useful snapshot of dissolved solids, which makes the system feel more transparent and informative. The app builds on that idea. It allows you to monitor water quality data, track water consumption, check filter life, and receive replacement reminders. What we liked most is how it simplifies maintenance. With traditional systems, it is easy to forget when filters were installed or when they need replacement. Here, the system keeps track of that information for you. Over time, that turns maintenance from something you have to remember into something the product helps manage. It is a small convenience, but it fits perfectly with the idea of a smart home device that stays informative, connected, and easy to live with every day. Another thing we started appreciating after a while is water efficiency. And if you use filtered water regularly, that can add up over time. Viomi rates V8 Pro at a 3:1 pure-to-drain ratio, which means you get 3 parts purified water for every 1 part wastewater. Now, this is not something you notice every time you fill a glass. But if you are using filtered water for drinking, coffee, cooking, and everything else throughout the day, better efficiency becomes a practical advantage. You're getting more usable water while sending less down the drain. It is one of those behind-the-scenes improvements that may not feel exciting at first, but it makes a lot of sense for long-term ownership. Of course, every filtration system eventually needs maintenance. Fortunately, Viomi has kept that process about as simple as most people would want. The RO filter is rated for up to 24 months, while the PCB filter is rated for around 12 months. More importantly, replacing them does not feel like servicing a water purifier. When the time comes, you simply twist the old filter out and drop the new one in. That matters because most people do not want another household device that requires special tools or complicated instructions. We certainly do not. Combined with filter monitoring through the app, you rarely have to guess when maintenance is due. You get a reminder, replace the filter, and carry on as normal. After spending time with Vortex V8 Pro, what stood out to us is how practical the whole system feels. You get multi-stage filtration, strong flow from the 800 GPD system, smart monitoring through the faucet and app, long filter life, better water efficiency, and a tankless design that saves space under the sink. Nothing here feels groundbreaking on its own, but together it creates a smooth experience. You spend less time waiting for water, less time checking filters, and less time thinking about maintenance. In the end, it feels less like a traditional purifier and more like a simple kitchen device that quietly does its job in the background. That was all. Thanks for watching. If you found it helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more videos.